The question I'm asked most frequently is, what is the sharing like in a C12 room? And for some reason, that's a very intimidating question for a lot of people. Let me explain this. The C12 room is different in that we're sitting at a table with other business owners, other people that have experienced it slowly at the top. And we're used to our normal cycle of business meetings. And so typically as we start sharing what's going on in our lives, we'll report about a new car we had, a new division we've opened, or some great new employees we've hired, and how things are going great. My P&Ls have never been better. And then we're going through the introductions, and the third or fourth person will say, man, things aren't going well for me. In fact, this has just happened, and that's just happened. And they're sharing something from the heart that kind of causes us all to readjust. And quite often, the first 2 or 3 people who've introduced themselves and given updates want to kind of reintroduce themselves because they weren't as transparent as they realize they need to be and can be in this room. We share things in the C12 room because we know we won't be judged. We know we'll be prayed for. Other questions will help us kind of realign where we are. And we know it will always be held in confidence because that's one of the core principles and core rules of C12 is what's said in that room is never shared outside the room. It's an opportunity to share the most important things that we're facing, the most important things that we fear, the most important worries or anxieties that we've allowed to creep into our lives. It's really easy to say, hey, I'm a church small group. I already had that avenue. Well, I was in church small groups too, and if I shared what was really on my mind, my wife would have probably ridden home with somebody else, and the other ladies would have never invited me back. That's not what C12 is. I hope you get a chance to experience it with me.